And this is the time of the year where you start to hear things like, oh, I made 7 figures this year in my business per month. That was a goal on my list and I crushed it. I crushed every goal on my New Year's resolution. I'm 1 year sober. This year was my best year yet. You are going to hear all manner of achievements. It's too much. If you had the kind of money she had, you would have had an entire room full of shoes. I'm not sharing their struggles. They have men. Don't lock yourself in a corner this December and be like, oh, I didn't achieve anything. See, if the only thing you did this year was to survive, then you tried. Kudos to you. You did well. You should begin to compare yourself to other people. Your joy is stolen, because then you begin to compare every single thing and you begin to feel like you are not good enough. Meanwhile, that is not true. Even in the littlest sense, it is not true. Here's an example. You are running a race. So is running a race. On that race, the first mile of your race, you have a very slippery slope. For this other person, the first half of the race, the person has a private jet, and they try to compare, and maybe the person gets to half of the mile before you, and because of how slippery your slope is, you're trying not to have an accident, you're trying not to make him not to move too fast, unless you might die, you might hit your head, and then you, with your own different road, is comparing yourself to somebody who had it easy. Do you see how stupid that is? That's exactly what a lot of you do. You are on a different path. The person you're comparing yourself to, heck, the person that you're even comparing yourself to might have gone through several trials, and you're just on stage one. I used to compare myself a lot to people who have gone ahead of me in particular business. So, and then I used to call it I was looking at my competitors, but those people were not even my competitors. They were way ahead of me, but I compared myself to those people, and instead of trying to learn from them, I ended up actually feeling less of myself. Now, there's nothing wrong in comparison. I just want you to understand that there's nothing wrong in comparing yourself with a person, maybe trying to match your growth, maybe your mentor, trying to see how far you've come, or even compare yourself this year and last year. How did I perform? How did I do? There's nothing wrong with comparison, but when there's something wrong with comparison is when you start to compare yourself and begin to feel less of yourself, where comparison starts to make you feel bad, where it starts to make you feel like, oh, this thing I'm doing is not for me, or this thing I'm trying to attempt is not for me because people have gone ahead of me and they have done well. Relax, okay? Just a short story. I'm going to digress a bit. I grew up being constantly compared to other people. Whenever I did something, it never seemed to be good enough. First, I kept on trying to measure up. Okay, I need to be like this person. It's first of all started like me trying to mimic persons. So at some point, I wasn't really myself. I was trying to make maybe persons that I have been compared to when I was in public. So if I was in a friend group, the person that maybe I've heard that people like a lot, I slowly begin to take up traits of that person so that I too can be liked. I don't know if that makes sense, but that was how badly comparison affected me. It came to me trying to build a brand, trying to come online, trying to find something to do. When I would watch other people's video, instead of getting ideas, I ended up comparing myself. And because I didn't have ideas like they did, or I didn't speak the way they did, or I couldn't maybe talk the way they did, or I felt like my background was not good enough, I instantly counted myself as a failure, as somebody that can't do this. Over time, I learned that was a very, very wrong approach. That was a very, very wrong way, because in a way I was also insulting God. I was also insulting myself, feeling like I had to be a replica, or I had to be a duplicate of somebody. You are your authentic self, and just because you are your authentic, unique self, your journey is also different from another person's journey. Started a business and you made just 2 sales. There are people that started a business this year and They don't even like, they've lost their inventory, maybe through robbery, through fire, but you have your inventory. You even still have customers that would likely buy from you this December, and you're already writing yourself up off, brother. Why? Why are you doing that? If we don't compare ourselves to maybe people that have gone ahead of us, how then do we make growth? And this is where I'm going to tell you the right way to actually compare yourself. So, like I said before, when I used to compare myself to people, I used to get jealous, but I didn't really tag it as jealousy, because in my head, it was like, I'm not being jealous. I didn't see it as jealousy. But now that I know better, that was actually me being jealous, because those people have accomplished things that I feel like I could also accomplish. But because I haven't accomplished it, in a way I felt irritated, and that led me is to begin to feel bad about myself. So when you compare yourself to somebody starts to tell on you, it makes you feel less than yourself. Stop. If you have to unfollow the influencer, unfollow. If you have to give yourself distance, please give yourself distance for that moment until you are back in a mental space to be able to make your comparison right. So this is how to compare yourself to a person, maybe an influencer or somebody that you really, really look up to in your church, in school, however, whomever that person is. So number one, look at the person's journey. On the first thing you need to understand, like I've said, and I've kept on repeating in this video, is everybody's journey is different. Everybody's journey is different. So the person you're comparing yourself to, did they have it easy at some point? Have they been in that industry longer than you have? That is another thing you should look out for. How long have they been doing that thing? If they have been there for a very long time, it's very obvious that they have made mistakes, or they even have stories that you do not know about. And for you to come and start comparing yourself to them, not knowing how they started, is a very, very wrong approach. Beginning to feel like at your own level you should be where they are, it is a very, very wrong approach. I used to do that, forgetting that the people I was comparing myself to had 10 times ahead of me, and me, I'm just starting this journey and I want to start comparing. Once you begin to compare like that, that is wrong. Now, what you want to do in comparing yourself to a particular person is, why comparing? Look at what you like about that person. What makes you feel like you want to mimic that person? Is it the way they talk? Is it the way they act? Is it how they handle things? Write it down or make a mental note of it. It is also look at the person's personality and your personality. Sometimes the person that you're even comparing yourself to is an extrovert, you're an introvert, and what the person might do easily might come difficult for you. Don't try to change yourself because you are trying to compare yourself to another person. That was something that I was trying to do. I remember most of my videos I filmed, I was really trying to like kind of like be like the regular YouTube girlies and just be like, oh, hello guys, welcome to my channel. So I don't have a standing button or my water bottle with me, then you shake the influencer. It's cute, but everybody cannot be like that. Find your person, and when you're making comparisons, don't make comparisons trying to be like a particular person. Make your comparison by looking at what they've achieved, putting some certain things in place that you want to learn or you would like to learn. So, for example, you have an influencer, you identify that you like her editing style, you like this, you like that. Don't go and copy it verbatim. No. Look at it, like it, make a mental note. Oh, I like this about this person. How can I put it to myself? How can I include this in my routine? How can I include this in myself without trying to change who I am as a person? Now, if you have a very red flag that you need to get rid of, it's okay to emulate a particular character and keep it, but not to the point where you're now trying to be an exact replica of that person. Be content. Now, the reason why a lot of times a lot of people compare themselves is because they are not content with who they are or what they are doing or what they have. Be content. Be content. You can only afford to wear one shoe. Be content. Don't come on social media, because this is how it happens. You compare yourself to an influencer or a person that has 100 of shoes because she can afford it, and you're like, oh, this your bye is too much. If you had the kind of money she had, you would have had an entire room full of shoes. Don't be jealous of a person that you become a hater and you come to their comment section and be like, is this not too much? This is like, when you begin to compare in the wrong way, it steals your joy away. It makes you feel like, I'm not doing anything in my life. Before you know it, depression sets in. Make sure that while comparing, you are not beginning to feel less than, but you are learning and you are gaining value from your comparison, rather than feeling let down. The year is already coming to an end. If the only thing you have done this year is survive, that is good enough. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if the only thing you have done this year is survive, if the only thing you have done this year is graduate, you have done enough. Don't go around comparing yourself to your friends that probably have made 6 figures from their business. Twitter, LinkedIn, people are going to come and start sharing their wins, but they won't share their struggles. They'll come and tell you, oh, I made ₦1 million, oh, I made 20 million naira, oh, I made 300,000, oh, I did this, I did that, oh, I this, I that, I got a multinational job, I got a multi this, I got a that. Don't be dazed, don't be phased. They are not sharing their struggles. They've probably been applying for years on end and they finally got it. That is why they are making such celebration. Celebrate with them, clap with them. Don't lock yourself in a corner this December and be like, oh, I didn't achieve anything, I didn't get married, the things on my bucket list. No, go over it again. Why didn't you do it? What made you not achieve the things that you claimed you wanted to achieve? Was it your procrastination? Was it family issues? How can you manage it effectively so that it doesn't repeat itself next year? These are the things you should look at. I hope this video has been helpful. Beg you, don't compare yourself to other people to the point where you begin to hate yourself, the point where you begin to feel like you are not good enough. Everybody's on their own journey. Face your journey, get to your own finish line, and be happy. Anyway, please don't forget to like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to post more content like this. My content is going to revolve around lifestyle, self-development, advice, girl talk. You know, just come up here and let's gist. Like, I don't know, like at this point I'm tired of comparing myself to other YouTubers and feeling like, oh, they have better this and better that. This is what I have. If you like me, fine. If you don't like me, more rest. Like, we can't, you don't even know if I don't like you too. Even if I saw you, I would not like you too. So please like my video, comment, share with your friends that are feeling like this year did not go well for them. Let everybody know that they have their own journey. Yes, they have their own journey. Don't feel so sad. This is December. Be happy. Be happy with yourself. Yes, be happy. Anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.